Alrighty, folks, thank you so much for your patience. We are ready with Batman Vengeance with the very one and only MTG Joe D.
Hey, that's me. Like the host said, I'm MTG Joe D. I'm really stoked to be here. This is my first ever in-person speedrun marathon, and also the first time Batman Vengeance has ever been at a marathon. So that's kind of cool. That's pretty exciting, right? This game is pretty cool. It's based off of Batman the Animated Series and the New Adventures of Batman and Robin. And the part that always appealed to me as a kid is it has the voice cast from those cartoons. So we're going to be hearing Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, Arlene Sorkin. I do want to dedicate this run to the memory of Kevin Conroy. He just recently passed. So rest in peace. What a legend. In any percent, there are a lot of cutscenes you have to watch that feature the voice cast, but we're running New Game Plus, so we don't have to watch all of those. I'll try to fill you in on the plot as we go. All right, so time starts after I adjust the brightness here. Can we get a countdown? Like a 3, 2, 1? 3. 2, 1, go! That was very exciting. Thank you. So this first level is pretty easy. You can't die. You're just getting used to the controls. Batman does a lot of hopping around. You'll see that a lot throughout this game. I do not know how a man could jump like that all the time. But we're going to put old Bruce through it. We are hopping around here because we heard some mysterious screaming, some Joker laughing. So, of course, being the world's greatest detective, we have to go investigate. And we have found a woman tied up, screaming. There's vats of acid and a bomb. So, you know, you do what heroes do, and you gotta save her. We have the ultimate cool guy moment where instead of just walking away not looking at an explosion, you get to slide down a rooftop while credits play. I don't know what's cooler than that. Not this room. It is way nicer here than it was in my hotel room, though, so shout out to everyone who made it cooler in here. It's amazing. So we get a note that is creepily read by Mark Hamill as the Joker. We're going to skip right through it. Basically, it tells us that this woman's child has been kidnapped, and if she doesn't pay a whole ton of money, Joker's going to do what Joker does and kill the kid. So we take that home, we give it to Batgirl, and have her do all of the research for us while we go play in the gym for some reason. We skip through all of Alfred's dialogue, and we're just going to get used to all of our cool bat tools. We get some bat cuffs, batarangs, and man, I'm very bat nervous right now. So we got to test our aim here with the batarangs, and then do the ultimate combat training of punching a post. We got to do some kicks too. I'm sure this is very effective martial arts training. And then we do a little hop over here. We enter a room with a laser that has the world's biggest hitbox, and we have to very stealthily go past that here. Stealth equates slow, unfortunately. And now for the most important part of trading for this game is we are going to throw ourselves off a ledge and try to catch a straw dummy, which is, it's going to come in handy later, trust me. Swinging back and forth, there we go. And if the, oh man, I thought we crashed for a second. It crashed twice in my hotel room, I think because we got too hot. And I was just like, that's going to be a nightmare live. The game is very temperamental. I don't know what it is about the programming it. We have tried to find some of the developers that made this back in 2001. Unsurprisingly, they have all come back and been like, I don't remember making that at all, but good luck with your speedrunning. So, but very nice of them to answer us. It seems like a cool team of people worked on it. So we're now flying through the rooftops like only Batman can with our bat grapple, chasing... Oh, shoot. Not very good at our jumping. But we're chasing the goons who are carrying Mary from rooftop to rooftop, which is what gets skipped through on all these cutscenes here. Basically just trying to bat grapple as quickly as possible through here. And now here's a little hop we call the Rusty Hop. We used to try to glide through that, and then one of the members of our community, Rusty, shout out, was like, it's just way quicker to short hop, and the rest of us had never thought of trying that. So, Rusty Hop it is. Jumping off of gargoyles because Gotham is full of them. And more sliding on slanted rooftop surfaces. I can't imagine this is great for the soles of Batman's boots. Alfred is probably fixing those quite often. So, shout out to Alfred. We beat our first goon interaction, and we free Mary. She gives us a pocket knife that belonged to her son Toby, supposedly, and we go to do more detective work. And by that, I mean we have Batgirl do more detective work. The true hero of this game, if you ask me. But that leads us to some rooftops full of Joker's henchmen. Batman's suit is unfortunately not bulletproof right now. We've got a trick that'll fix that later, hopefully. Nice. They can stop you from getting through there pretty often with their guns, and it's very frustrating. Doing a lot of conflict avoidance here, because in the name of the speedrun, you gotta go fast. And we're climbing up these ladders. We're about to go to our first Joker interaction. There are a bunch of mini fights with him throughout the game and some of the other classic Batman villains. And this fight can have a lot of phases that are really annoying, but if I don't choke, we should be able to avoid doing them at all with what we call the early Joker, because his hitbox is on. Oh, we got it. Nice. Whew. Thank you. So that avoids a lot of really annoying back and forth with the Wrecking Ball. He's a big fan of that Miley Cyrus album, and it just goes on forever if you don't get the early Joker. So we go ahead and catch what we think is a falling child. Surprise, surprise, it's not a child at all. It's a sack of potatoes. Mary never existed. It's Harley Quinn in disguise. And now we're beating up the Joker. There is a thing in here where he can pin you to the ground, and it is almost impossible to escape. So bat fingers crossed we don't have to deal with that here. This is the hardest part. Got to use your psychic powers. It's just a cutscene. That kills on stream, though. So we knock the Joker out, and he goes to throw himself off the bridge. We try to grab him. He zaps us with one of those little hand trick thingies, and we watch him fall to his doom. Harley Quinn is so heartbroken that she throws herself off the bridge. So we catch her. And as far as anyone knows, the Joker has now perished. But as people who read the Batman comics know, how often does that happen in the comic books, right? So we console a sobbing Harley Quinn, who has given up her life of crime forever. Check in on Batgirl, who tells us there is a big problem happening at a lab facility featuring Mr. Freeze-esque ice crimes. So we're done with the Joker, put that to rest supposedly, and now we have to go deal with Mr. Freeze. Which is really just a bunch of punching through ice, and actually that sounds kind of awesome after being in the heat all day today. Where's Mr. Freeze when you need him, huh? click through a Batgirl call as quick as possible.
We have time for a donation?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, we got $20 from Nine-Toed Sloth.
Hey, Sloth.
Shout out to my favorite speedrunner, MTG Joe D. Good luck on the invincibility skips and the vehicles.
Oh, thank you, Sloth. And unfortunately, we're getting tagged by the freeze villain there. Sometimes you can get their friend on the other platform to shoot them off, which is ideal. But
Gotta say, I love how Batman's hands don't get anywhere near the rungs of a ladder when he's climbing it.
right?
Just far off to the side there.
Oh, man, there's a lot of stuff like that. Watching Batman open doors is astounding. I live to throw doors open like that.
Also, just shout-outs to Punchy Nice.
Yeah. I guess that's the life of a superhero. You must have really scarred knuckles or something. So right there, we're picking up some nets. Normally in New Game Plus, we don't have to go to that side of the level at all. But the nets come in handy in this next part. These freeze goons are the hardest to defeat for some reason. I guess, except maybe Poison Ivies. We'll see that in a minute. But hopefully we can get them without them dodging the nets. Oh, nice, okay. Because having to sit there and fight them is really difficult. We're coming up on the first vehicle level of the game, and like many games, the vehicle levels are nightmares. Recently, a few weeks ago, the current world record holder for this, Ratton, found out that we think if you take an intentional death in this freeze copter level, it then lets you skip the 5 remaining unskippable cutscenes. We are having a hard time replicating that, but we're going to give it a try. So intentional death, and fingers crossed we'll now be able to skip the unskippable cutscenes. If we can't, we'll still finish with plenty of time. But if you have any shout-outs or anything you would like to do, host, now is a great time. I'm going to go into that plane mode.
Well, let's just give a quick bat shout-out here to VGMCon itself. We have been taking place here at VGMCon for the past few years. Midwest Speedfest, we've been partnered with them for a while now. It's an annual celebration in Minnesota that combines musical performance with tournaments, indie games, panels, workshops, energy drinks, and a whole lot of fun. Its purpose is to create a community of engaged creators and fans around video games through unique experiences you can't find at home. I think the Midwest Speedfest team is grateful once again to be part of VGMCon. I'd like to thank them for providing resources and support to help us host our marathons.
Yeah, VGMCon has been awesome. It's my first time out, and everyone I've had a chance to interact with has been super cool. So, yeah, it's definitely stoked to be here for them.
And all you Bat fans out there, did you know that on your Twitch account, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can go ahead and you can link those two, get yourself some Prime Gaming, which lets you a free sub every month. You can use it on anything you want, including for a charitable cause. All bits and sub money will go to the Protest Foundation. So, it's free real estate. Might as well use it. One more time, that is Prime Gaming.
I always have to wonder in the Batman universe if they have like a Wayne Gaming from Wayne Tech. He's like a slightly different Bezos, right?
Whamazon.
All right, so we're coming up on if we're going to get the cutscene skips or not. It's right after we blow the freeze copter out of the air. You're going to see me make a probably really ugly face and mash my A button a lot. So, cross your bat fingers, chat. Okay. So now we've blown up Mr. Freeze's copter, and we see him and his hostage fly through the air. And we didn't get it. Like I said, it's super inconsistent. We're still doing testing. This game is very early in its speedrun career. We do get to hear Isaac Evers, the scientist, talking here. And if you listen closely, you'll realize that that's Luke Skywalker. It's Mark Hamill does the Joker and his voice. So that's also cool. And he's telling us, like, no, I'm going to be safe. I have a grant from the Wayne Foundation. Batman makes a funny face because he knows, spoiler alert, there is no grant from the Wayne Foundation. If you didn't know, Bruce Wayne is Batman. I think that's been pretty established. Right? Who knew?
Spoilers!
Yeah, my bad. I should have put a spoiler warning in. So we're super confused on what's going on and trying to track down Mr. Freeze to ask him, hey, what are you doing, man? Okay. We got to solve a couple of puzzles here. We go into the first person there to try to get through one of many phone calls from Barbara quickly. Lucky for us, these puzzles, always the same. It would be an absolute nightmare if we had to figure out the RNG there. I'm not sure exactly what they're supposed to represent. I think we might be hacking. But I saw the movie Hackers starring Angelina Jolie, and it was nothing like this. So
this is bat hacking.
Bat hacking. That makes more sense. All right, last one of these computers here. Just a bunch of red noodles that we have to connect. All right, and coming up is the first, really cool trick of the run. Was what got me into it when I was first looking on YouTube for Batman glitches. But if you pull this off, Batman's going to enter an invincible state, and we have to hit our shield at just the right frame while taking damage from a constant source. We didn't get it here. It is really difficult to get on the first try, especially when you're nervous and shaking at your first ever in-person marathon.
It's all right. You got a bat friend over here.
I appreciate you. There we go. Second try. Yeah. So now, if you look in the top left, Batman's health bar looks like it's completely empty. And it's really neat. We won't take any damage, and we don't get pulled into any of the combat animations or get pulled into fights, which is really, really useful. We do have to grab this health pack right here, because if you don't, when we finally face off with the villain, Mr. Freeze, the game will soft lock. And we have no idea why, but always get the health pack. We're going to have to go punch through a lot more ice before we're done. I hope he has some icy hot rub or something at home in the Batcave. But you can see they're shooting us with the ice ring, or ice gun things. And we're not phased at all. Almost like we are Batman's friend Superman for just a little bit. We get to know how it feels. Coming up on the Mr. Freeze fight, which is one of the more annoying parts of the game, because he has a mind all of his own. And since we're in this invincible state, we've noticed that there is like an ice attack he can do, and if you leave too much ice built up on the screen, the game can just crash randomly. But we're pretty good at avoiding that these days. He's got a lot of really cool villain lines during this, teaching us the cost of hope and all sorts of other, nefarious villain talk. And we're just running around trying to drop heavy stuff on him, because for some reason we can't just hit him. Oops. Come on, Victor. There you go. Oh, that was close. Oh, no, we got it. Okay. That was a pretty clean freeze fight. Like I said, sometimes Victor just has a mind of his own, and it'll be a huge pain. We're coming up on another one of the unfortunately unskippable cutscenes. What we have here is the mayor talking with what appears to be a mummy, and we don't know why, but Batgirl is viewing in and is going to report back. It's a good time if we have anything you'd like to shout out. Well,
let's give a big bat shout out to our Japanese restream. They are doing their thing over at Twitch TV/Japanese_Restream. We've worked with them several times over several years. We are very grateful for all the work they do to bring marathons like ours to a larger audience. Also give a shout out to LPAV. They provide our projectors, cameras, and they've been doing that since 2017. LPAV has been Minnesota's trusted video and audio vendor since 2003, having worked with companies such as Mountain Dew, Microsoft, and of course us. You can trust LPAV will do the right thing the first time. Please support them by checking out their eBay store, which you can find on our Twitch bio, or by typing !LPAV in chat.
Heck yeah. So now we've gotten a call from Batgirl where she basically goes like, Bruce, they're not human, And we rush onto the train to find out that there are a lot of non-human somethings that look like living plants. Their only weakness is electricity. The official guidebook says because it's of all the water running through their plant veins. So that tracks, I think. And we are attempting to go get to Batgirl before that little time bar at the bottom ends. You could go through every single train car here and do the intricate puzzle they've set up, but it is way quicker to just run to the end and pull a single lever right here. So we bypass the puzzle, it's a lot quicker. We can hear Barbara in the middle of some kind of fight here. We get into the last car just in time, and you're not going to see it, but we see Batgirl fighting with the mummified-looking person, who then jumps out of the train car, which leads us to the most annoying auto-scroller with QuickTime events level ever, which again, if you have anything to shout out, this is a perfect time.
Well, we got a $10 donation from Jordan Seneca. Psyched to see Joe... Psyched to finally see Joe playing Batman Vengeance at Midwest Speedfest. Thank you for introducing me to this awesome speedrunning game. Good luck with the rest of the Bat Run. You are killing it.
Oh, thanks, Jordan. I appreciate you. This feels very Zack Snyder-esque because we just don't care about the innocent people and just running them over with our Batmobile.
Just blowing everything up. Your signature bat guns.
Yeah, you know the.
Yeah, he famously loves him his guns, Batman.
It's a trademark, right?
Yeah.
But we're basically, you can see in the bottom right that there is kind of a shield indicator for this car we're chasing. We want that to stop being red and turn black by the end, while also hitting the quick time arrows. This is the level that really made me just anti-quick time event in older games. Young Joe could not ever beat this after he picked up Batman Vengeance at the local Hollywood Video back in the day.
Yeah, shoutouts to Hollywood Video.
Yeah, I miss them.
Yeah. A lot of good memories, a lot of good games rented there.
Yeah. Okay, so we pulled it off, and now we're just going to start shooting like gas grenades all over the highway, which I'm sure is very safe. Which causes a huge car crash. And if you were listening to the radio that's playing in this crashed car, they're talking all about how awful Batman is for causing mayhem on the highway, which kind of justified there, I think. We find what we picked up there was some sort of scary-looking apple with like a weird little worm tentacle in it, and we skip through some very long Poison Ivy cutscenes, and we find out that our friend Poison Ivy is up to no good. And we have to avoid fighting all of these plant monsters. They are awful. If you get tagged by them, it takes forever if you don't have electricity to get through them. A lot of poison gas in this level. A lot of scary plant root tentacle things. Kind of an awesome looking one, though. They killed it on the level design here. We're about to come upon a trippy, scary mushroom field and have to dance on a bunch of mushrooms here. If we don't get turned around, there we go. I'm not sure how the bat grapple can all of a sudden attach to these, but I'm sure it, I'm sure it makes sense. If you fall down there, all of the like pollen on the ground or sap or whatever it is hurts you. All the mushroom spores hurt you. It is really not a friendly factory we have found ourselves in. But, you know, I guess Poison Ivy did her best to bring some plants and greenery to it, you know?
Yeah, just livens the place up a bit, you know?
Yeah. And we see a little cutscene right before that happens of the mysterious mummy-wrapped person going through. We don't ever get to see the reveal of what that is in New Game Plus. That is a boss fight that we get to mercifully just skip through. But you get a big reveal here in a bit where tears the wrappings off, and it is a giant plant monster man who looks a lot like that red fuzzy guy from the Looney Tunes. So, sorry to deprive you of that, but we're trying to go fast, so. And we break all of the OSHA safety standards by avoiding the ladders and not climbing on them, instead hopping from acid vat to acid vat. We get a little cutscene of the mayor up there passing back and forth. Interestingly, if we were to die here, he just completely disappears in New Game Plus. I'm not sure where he goes, but no, Bruce, you go through the door. Now's not the time for stealth. There we go. And that's where we've skipped over the boss fight. Batman just loves being sneaky so much that sometimes when I tell him to go through a door, he wants to hide instead. But, you know, he is the knight, right? So we're coming up on the another boss fight here. It's Poison Ivy's giant plant monster. Looks like something out of Little Shop of Horrors here. Regular batarangs, and we just drop this poor plant creature right into a big, painful-looking vat of something. Poison Ivy gloats like bat villains are like to do.
No! Get away from there!
And we pull a lever, which is going to make everything explode, which we'll miss because it's a cutscene. But it's big electricity burst, flames everywhere. The plant dies. Poison Ivy falls down. We get a cure for the mayor who has been poisoned by these apples. He has a creature growing inside of him, which is super not great, I would imagine. Wouldn't want that to happen to me. We got another long cutscene, which is why I wish we could figure out what's causing these. But we're about to do a flashback to Batman finding out some secrets here. Is everyone having a good Midwest Speedfest? Are we having a great time or what? Yeah. I am so happy to be
Having
here.
a good bat time.
It was time to pay Harley Quinn.
So we pay Harley Quinn a visit. She's like, no, I'm still not up to crime. I haven't seen the Joker. It's a little suspicious because there's people in clown masks running around everywhere. Don't know what's up with that.
But said that with the Joker gone, some of his men
And if you have anything else you'd like to shout out, now's a fine time.
She claimed they had stolen some of Joker's old.
Well, we are officially halfway towards getting Zoljalix to run Spider-Man Remastered on the ultimate difficulty setting. And I don't know about you folks, but I don't know if you've heard that guy run his mouth around here, you're going to want him to suffer as much as possible, and by doing it as hard as possible. So, on behalf of everyone, I would say, yeah, we should all make him suffer more and get those donations in. So, yeah, let's see it happen.
I'm not pro-suffering, but I would really like to see that. So yeah, get those
Love you,
donations.
Zoj.
We're up on the second invincibility glitch here. Let's see. Just a lot of button mashing here. We did not get it first try. But that's okay. If we get it second try, then I won't cry, so. Very convenient that Joker has just left all of these flamethrower jack-in-the-boxes lying around for us to do this with. This level, the invincibility glitch is so awesome. There was no way to play it fast if we didn't get it. Oh, shoot. Some of that good old marathon luck. We're going to go for a third try here. But when I quoted my time, I took this into account because I knew Bruce here sometimes has a mind of his own. Hey, there we go. Thank you. And you'll see here in a second, it is essential to get that because there are just a bunch of dudes with machine guns running around. And I think the intent, it's been a long time since I've played this, not trying to go fast, but the intent is you're supposed to show off that bat stealth and handcuff everybody and jump from shadow to shadow, but we're trying to go fast. And now we can do that because bullets don't hurt us.
Yeah, you tempered your bat suit with that bat fire, and now you're bat bulletproof.
Exactly. I sometimes like to pretend in my headcanon here. There's an episode of Batman the Animated Series where Clark puts on the bat suit, pretends to be Batman for a while, and I just pretend that's happening sometimes. You get to feel like Superman for a bit. So just a lot more jumping. Come into a warehouse here with a lot of people with guns. There's a cool secret you can find if you were just trying to play through the game normally. Down there in the sewer below us, you can jump from crate to crate. Find a little secret envelope that has a cheat in it. So if you are pulled to play through this game after watching the speedrun, that's something fun you can go find. And we toss ourselves into the abyss here, but it's okay because we can glide a little bit. If you don't do the glides just perfect, you just randomly die. So I don't know why. You'd think Batman could just glide the whole way down. Maybe Wayne Tech was having some budget issues there when they designed the cape. Lots more jack-in-the-boxes, lots more guys with guns. Now we get to go mess with some gaseous tubes here. And we find out they're trying to load a bunch of bombs into the city sewer system. You can move during these cutscenes and get through the doors sometimes. Unfortunately, the controls change completely when the cutscene is open, so you're kind of just fiddling around in the dark. But it can save a couple of seconds if you can get through that door ahead of time. We've got 2 more levers we have to pull here. Batman doing his awesome door opening. He opens these doors with purpose. Oh, we weren't even close to the door. Bruce, what are you doing?
Who's there? You're through.
No, you're through. I love the goons. They always have like a lot of just canned lines they'll threaten you with sometimes. And most of them say the same thing with the same voice. I don't know what it is. Clones? And he's on the opposite side of the room. But that's okay. I have to wonder sometimes what all of these random like Joker bad guys are thinking as a man just runs through, hopping around, dodging bullets, ignoring them completely. Like, this isn't what I signed up for. What's happening? We have to wait for the longest rusty pipes here. And we have to go rescue poor tied up Mark Hamill's character over here. was like, I didn't mean to. He made me. That's when we find out that, oh man, the Joker might still be alive. We bring him out to the police, and for one of the most awkward cutscenes ever,
By the time I addressed
Commissioner Gordon here is about to take a batarang to the face that doesn't come from anywhere near us. But of course, we get blamed for it, and now the entire Gotham police force is out for blood. I don't know how they missed that there. I don't know, maybe those visors blocking a lot of vision? But they send the SWAT copter after us. They're going to fill all of the rooftops here. And we just got to try to get to the other side, beat up a helicopter, and get to Barbara. So we can get to the bottom of this Bat mystery.
Batgirl, I need backup. Bring the Batmobile.
I love these little interstitial scene changes here. If any of you are fans of Batman the Animated Series, you'll recognize that. They are very faithful to the little title cards we had in the show. They consulted really close with a lot of the animators from the show to get the kind of neo-noir look just right, which is part of the reason I fell in love with this game in the first place, is that series was very close to my heart as a child. They have given up on stun rounds and are now just shooting at us with real bullets. So we're running from a helicopter. Gonna do some cool bat grappling here. Cool. Oh boy. And now we have a bat crash.
Yeah. Na 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 bat crash. Na 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 bat crash. Bat crash. Bat crash.
Which another benefit of running New Game Plus is we can just get back in through the memory card here. Should only set us back by a couple of seconds. Oh man, if my Wiimote wants to work. I got a haunted Wiimote here. I'm gonna blame the heat on that one. It's just the Wii's getting sweaty.
Yeah. I can see it. I can see that Wii sweating from here.
So now, naturally, another good time if you have anything else you'd like to shout out. Well, we pop back in here.
Well, for those just tuning in for that bat crash, you are watching Midwest Speedfest 2023, a charity speedrun event live here from VGMCon 2023. Oops, all Zelda. Here in beautiful, if not a tad warm, Plymouth, Minnesota. We are live 3 days of this convention, showcasing amazing speedruns and raising funds for the Protest Foundation. Current project is prosthetics for Ukrainians. To donate, go to donate.midwestspeedfest.com or type !donate in chat and follow the link.
All right, we're back at it. Like I said, not the worst thing to happen, and we were accounting for the possibility of such. Just blessed that there's not a really long intro cutscene or anything. I've had actual nightmares about that happening, so it's cool to get that out of the way now. Bat nightmares, if you will. A lot of hopping through rooftops in the pouring rain, which it sounds like we're going to have some of that tomorrow, and honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go stand in it, dance maybe. Some more sliding around. I want to invest in whatever bat souls he's got, honestly. soles of my shoes are always wearing down. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, get you some of those bat grips, your bat boots.
Yeah, where's the Nike crossover there? I want some Bat Jordans. We get a cool cinematic moment here of running through some sort of sky bridge and getting zapped by the SWAT helicopter there.
Shout out to the Minneapolis Skyway.
Getting tagged by that helicopter again. Which really does not seem like an appropriate level of force, but I guess the Batman is very scary. Do a long jump here, and hopefully yep. Not only does he have sticky grips on his shoes, Batman's gloves are great for grabbing onto ledges. We gotta take a bit of a breather here on a elevator that we have tried to figure out every which way to get past quicker. I haven't been able to figure it out yet.
Got time for a donation?
Sure.
All right. We have $5 from Not Dunrick. Question for Joe. If Batman played Magic the Gathering, what would his favorite tribe or guild and favorite format be?
Oh, Not Dunrick. That is a good question. Thank you for the donation. We've had a lot of debates about this on stream while I play, but I think he is probably into Azorius, Law and Order. Maybe Grixis, though, if he, because of the black scary bits. I don't know if anyone else here plays Magic the Gathering, but we have a lot of discussions about that in the chat. But we're taking an intentional death here that was discovered by the runner Ratton. It resets the helicopter's pathing completely, refills our health bar, which is going to make the inevitable fight with the helicopter a lot easier if we can avoid a couple of these shotgun blasts. What's that? Yeah! I loved Mirrodin. The question gets brought up a lot in my chat. I was originally a Magic the Gathering streamer. I played that for many years, traveled to a bunch of tournaments and stuff. Somehow we found our way into just Batman speedrunning forever, though, so it's way less expensive.
Also, shoutouts to Batman Forever on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that game is hard.
That game's not very good.
No.
A side-scrolling brawler with Mortal Kombat controls. Let's go.
It's fun if you ever want to torture yourself and have a nostalgia trip at the same time. Though.
Shoutouts to Big Riddle.
Man, speaking of older Batman media, I did get to watch Batman Returns on the plane on the way here, so that was awesome. Thank you, Delta.
Got time for another couple donations?
Oh yeah, go for it. We're just
right.
going to blow up the helicopter.
We got $5 from NetNose in support of MTG, Joe D, Love, NetNose, and Dark Dude.
Hey, thank you, Net.
As well as $100 from Zojalix Suffering 2023.
Let's go.
Just says, have fun, Zoj, smiley face. And that does put us over and unlocks the ultimate difficulty.
Yeah, let's
for
go.
Spider-Man Remastered. Let's go!
I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. That's going to be awesome. This helicopter pathing is completely RNG, which is super frustrating. We only need one more hit, though. Yes, there we go. Okay. And I just like to assume they survive. I'm sure we see them jump out off camera with their parachutes and everything is fine. And we have now fast-forwarded to where we had the little random flashback. We're getting picked up by Barbara, which I guess it would be pretty shocking if you saw your boss fall off a skyscraper. Explains that there.
To the Batcave. Now.
got to go back to the Bat Cave for a little debrief. All right, so now Batman has donned his favorite Gargoyles animated series villain cosplay. We're going to do a little bit of a stealth investigation of a Funny Bones factory. Luckily, that code never changes, so we don't have to go through the awful puzzle to find it. And now we do the only level where we don't have any armor, any gadgets, just a cool mustache and a cool scar to get us through. But we can still jump like nobody's business. We bait that guy out there, and we're coming up on the single most frustrating part of this game, which I think I may have said like 3 times now, but this is really it. The timing on this puzzle is really tight. Unless you were trying to play through like normal, where you take the time to handcuff every bad guy. But it's a series of switches that we have to go back and forth pulling here without hopefully ever getting pulled into a combat. There we go. Just playing a lot of tag with these fellas here.
Who's there? You're through.
No, you're through. That's okay. That's a fine one to get tagged on, I think. We'll just rush to the end here. Yeah, just in the nick of time. Oh, this is going so well. This was a nightmare in practice in my hotel last night.
You're through.
Well, we'll always get caught by the last guy. We just gotta knock him over. Oop. We could try to call Barbara, too, for some reason in the middle of combat. That would be super useful. Like, hey, Barb, help, I'm getting my butt kicked. There we go. So now we open up this random cabinet, and we find that pocket knife from earlier. And the big realization happens, oh my gosh, the Joker's not dead. He's been orchestrating this whole thing.
What?
Right? Who knew? I didn't see that coming, did y'all?
That's impossible.
The Joker's not dead.
Oh, and he says it there.
Soon, he'll be the only person in Gotham.
Very dramatic, Batman. If we don't stop Joker, he's going to be the only one alive in Gotham. Lucky for us, he's got a big Joker blimp, so we know where he is. Yeah, no, straight out of the Gargoyles. Yeah. As a master of disguise, this Bruce Wayne. All right, we're coming up on the 3rd invincibility skip of the run. We have a little cutscene here with Joker where he sicks these guys on us. If you try to grab this during the any %, you're going to soft lock the game, but New Game Plus, it's fine. We didn't get it again. These flamethrowers are super inconsistent. You want to be getting hit with both of them at the same time, and you can't start your shield until you're actively taking damage from them right there at the end. So that can take a couple of tries.
Got time for another donation?
Oh, yeah, sure thing.
All right, got an anonymous $10 donation. Joker, I hardly know her. Good luck on your run. Stay cool. Your pal, Trollberry.
Hey, thanks, Trollberry. I have a feeling that was my my Twitch mod. Crowberry, shout out to him.
Crowberry, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, Trollberry is also accurate. And now we're going to pull another Batfleck Snyder style and let them burn themselves to death. Nice. And here was a trick we just found where if you hit the first person right away, you can move while Barbara's talking to you. Super nice. Saves a couple of seconds. Again, just running through everyone because no time to stop and arrest the bad guys. Little cutscene here where the Joker threatens us. There is a mountain of a man with rockets strapped to his shoulders firing at us there, but we just run away. But that is going to come up later to haunt us, I'm sure. Health pack for good luck. What's this, more levers we have to turning wheels?
Time for one more.
Oh, sure.
Got an anonymous $5 donation. Question for Joe. Who would win in a fight, Batman or the Ninja Turtles?
Oh, that.
So does that mean all four of them at once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Like a one-on-one kind of deal? Like.
Well, if you had read Batman versus the Ninja Turtles, we see that he can handily defeat all four at the same time. I'm not sure if my headcanon would consider that accurate, but it happened in the comics once, so
It's
we'll go
accurate
with
in
that.
my headcanon.
Let's see. So here's the guy who was firing at us earlier. Since we're invincible, though, we just get to stand in front of him and confuse him greatly. And blow up his missiles while they're stuck in the missile launcher. I don't know who built this. It wasn't Wayne Tech, though. And I guess it goes back to the, the old adage, with enough prep time, Batman could beat anyone. Although I think that's a cop-out sometimes in those arguments. All right, we're coming up on the last bit here. We are at Joker's blimp, which is full of explosives and also laser tripwires, which seems really super safe. And we're not going to turn them off. We'll just walk through them, because Batman does not care. I need those. Whoops. This is not working in our favor. This is one level where we find out that, yeah, Batman normally not bulletproof. So what we're trying to do here is we just want to do that and knock the gun out of his hand. Normally this is the final big knockout, drag-out fight with the Joker, but it's New Game Plus, so we get to just walk past him and leave him there to defuse his bomb.
Mix and match the chemical dyes. A chemistry lesson.
And here, first time I was playing this, I was really thankful that I paid attention to my color theory in the first grade, because color mixing, very important. They always told me the stuff I learned in school would come in handy later. But we got to mix the gases together. Surprise, surprise, it's neon green and neon purple, which are his favorite colors. And he'll give you a bunch of hints throughout if you're sitting here and struggling, which, again, very nice for young Joe when he first played this game. Takes forever, though. If anyone can figure out how to skip through this, I will buy you like several pizzas. Just saying.
Do I get to choose the toppings?
Yes.
Oh man, sounds like an incentive to me.
And now we've defused the bomb, and Joker decides, if I can't kill all of Gotham, I'm just going to kill myself. And the game froze. One more. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're on good time, though.
One more right at the end there. It's all right. It does give me a chance to let y'all know that we just had a new incentive open up for the Stardew Valley run coming up a little bit later here tonight. After the initial run, Astro the Last will perform another Mines 50 run in Stardew Valley. This time using a glitch to complete the run in under 5 minutes. So that's a whole other run of Stardew Valley after the initial one. We just need to get to $300 to see that happen. And more mines, that's more fun. So let's make it happen. Let's go.
That sounds awesome. Definitely looking forward to that. I think we must have had a bat curse put upon us. Anyone who's watched the stream knows that this does not happen very often.
That never happens.
No, I mean, what I mean was we were totally planning on this. This is part of the run. It happens every time. Nothing wrong here, folks.
Yeah, baked right into that estimate.
And like I was saying, Joker throws himself into the abyss, and we are Batman. And we decide, you know, we can't just let him die, even though we've let several other people throughout the run probably die. Comic logic. So we just hang out in the corner, trying to dodge the bombs. Do a great job of dodging the bombs. I mean, shout out to the Joker for being able to fall with and fire a Tommy gun. That's pretty impressive. All right, and as soon as we catch him, we will have time. That's time. Woo! Finally, we had a couple of mishaps there, but it's done. We get some really cool cutscenes. We'll take him to prison. We see him in Arkham. I just have a couple thank yous. I really want to thank Midwest Speedfest staff for putting this on and having me. This was awesome. I'm so stoked to be here. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. Bonnie Dimples, thank you for being an amazing host. I want to shout out Ratton and Rusty, the other two runners of the Batman community for this here. I want to thank the donators that paid to get me here. Kra, Abby, Adam, Boss Adam, Driz, my wonderful partner Meg, the Astro, and my other patrons. Thank you so much for chipping in for that plane ticket. Shout out to everyone in my Discord and my Twitch chat. If you want to see more of me, you can see me. I do video essays on YouTube at youtube.com/mtgjoed, twitch/mtgjoed for the Twitch channel. And if you're even a little interested in maybe giving this run a chance, we have a Discord. You can hop in, and I will be happy to teach you. We would love to get some more runners. Yeah, thank you, and thank everyone for being here.
Yeah, let's get some bat hype for MTG Joe D. First ever live marathon run. GG's.